Anime love, feel the thrill. Characters that time can't kill. Anime love never fades. Lost in those bright escapades. Anime love, feel the thrill. Characters that time can't kill.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Anime Zone, and I'm here today to review the anime Toradora. Now, Toradora follows a high school student by the name of Ryuji Takasu, a nice character but with a mean looking face, which causes his fellow classmates to keep a distance from him, believing that he is some sort of delinquent, which is far from the case. He is a nice guy, but he's just, with his appearance, people are judging him because of that. A little later on in the episode, he's walking down the high school hallway and he's not looking where he's going, and he accidentally walks boom straight into the other character in the anime, who is Tiger Isaka, who is also known as a palm top tiger. And everyone starts talking behind him, and he's like, what's going on? Because he just didn't see her, because she's so short and he's so tall, and he just basically just didn't see her. And Tiger's response to this is, what she does is she punches him in the face, sending him flying, and in my opinion, is the funniest introduction to a character in anime I have seen in a very long time. A little bit later on in the anime, when Ryuji is back at home, he hears a bang on his apartment, and Tiger busts in, and she's literally trying to take his head off with a wooden sword, and the interaction there is really hilarious and it's quite funny. But we realise that Tiger has accidentally placed something into Ryuji's bag, thinking that it's his best friend, who is Kitamura. It turns out she's accidentally put a love letter in his bag, believing it to be his friend Kitamura's bag. Ryuji, upon discovering this, he kind of laughs and jokes about it at first, but he discloses to Tiger that he has feelings for her best friend Minori Kushieda, and this is when the two of them thought of a brilliant plan to hook each other up with each other's best friend. At least that is the case. But do things change in the anime, or do they start to develop into somebody else? Let's get into the review and we'll find out a little bit more about it, guys. Now, the best thing that this anime has to offer is two things: its story and its characters. All of the characters in Toradora are fantastic, standout characters with all unique personalities and unique traits about them. I'm going to talk a little bit about the characters now. First off of all, we have Ryuji Takasu, as I've just said briefly, that he's got the mean looking face, but he's a very nice person. He's a bit of a clean freak, but he's a well-meaning character, and it's just misunderstood, which is a shame. But yeah, I really like the character. I think he's hilarious, but I think he's a very sincere character, and he's a genuine person, and I would personally befriend him because of how he is. I really like Tyre, I really like him, and I think he's a fantastic male character. Next up, we have the fiery redhead character, and it's of course Tiger Isaka. She is a blast to see in the anime. She's very tsundere-like, but she hides her true feelings from others, which kind of leads to a tsundere behaviour, but she does not let that show very often in the anime. The only person that actually she opens up to in time is Ryuji, but she is very unorganised, very hilarious, but she's got a deep story, a great backstory, and I really like the episodes that focus more on her backstory, and we find out a little bit more about her as the anime is going along. She's so misunderstood, and she goes through a lot in the anime. She gets very upset in the anime at times, she gets anxious, she gets angry, and only way for her to act out her emotions is by violence. It's the only way that she knows how to cope with her problems that she's going through in the anime. The only person in the anime that can calm her down is Ryuji, because he, as the anime goes on, that they become friends, and he's the only one that kind of understands her and what she's really like deep inside. As individual characters, Ryuji and Taiga have their own standout qualities and attributes to them, which makes them likeable characters, but as a duo they're even stronger and greater as characters with an impeccable chemistry, impeccable bond, and they bounce off of each other so well, whether it be a comedic situation, whether it be a dramatic situation, or any other situation that is called for. They just play off of each other so well, and it is just the best part of the anime is when they're going through this and they bouncing off of each other. That's just something that I was always like engaged and watching, and I was waiting and seeing what was unfolding on screen, and I was just like, this is really good. And yeah, I really like the friendship that they develop, but as the anime progresses it kind of goes further, and I just love the whole bond between these two characters. Of course, Ryuji and Taiga are not the only characters in the anime. I will talk about the other characters a little bit more as well. The first other character I want to talk about is Minori Kushieda, who is Taiga's best friend. I really like Minori's character because of what she is. She is a girl who's over positive, always happy, and she's always energetic, but deep down she is struggling with her emotions, she's struggling with her life, and she's struggling with her choices, and it shows later on in the anime that this character is, although she's overly positive, she is damaged as a character, and it really struck a chord with me, the character. I mean, not very often have I seen a character quite like Minori Kushieda, but she was definitely one that stood out to me a lot in the anime. Next up I want to talk about is Yuzuku Kitamura, who is Ryuji's best friend. Now he is the high school vice president, and he is running for president as the anime goes on. He gets his own character arc that is really interesting, as most of the characters in the anime do get their own arcs, but I really like Yuzuku's arc for what he goes through. He comes to terms with his responsibilities and his feelings towards somebody else in the anime, and yeah, the way that is handled is a fantastic way to handle it. The other character I really want to talk about is Ami Kushieda, who is Kitamura's best friend. She is a model, and when she's introduced a little bit later in the anime, she first starts off as being like this airhead character who's a bit thick, who's a bit simplistic and a bit dumb, but she is not that at all. She's a complete opposite. She's a downright bitch to people, and she's got like this feisty personality, kind of like Taiga, but in a different way. She's very condescending, and she just like acts mature when she thinks people are not looking. She just changes her personality like that. But Taiga isn't fooled by that, which I really like. Taiga and Army's little rivalry sort of thing, as it were, because they bounce off of each other, kind of similar to what Ryuji and Taiga do, but Army and Taiga bounce off of each other in a similar sort of way, but Taiga's just, she doesn't fall for any of Army's crap. She knows exactly who she is, because she's the first character that sees Army for who she really is. And yeah, all the characters in the anime are fantastic characters, great characters in my opinion, and I do not see an anime like this that have all characters that are standalone for the main characters at least. Of course, I can't forget some of the supporting characters in the anime. One of my favourite supporting characters in the anime is the teacher of the anime. She's always, oh, you kids are great, you kids have got high school, you kids have got lives, and I'm so sad, lonely and depressed, but I'm not going to let it defeat me. No, I'm going to turn my life around, and I'm going to go and better myself. This character made me laugh so much. But she was such a blast, and every time she was on screen she was always hilarious, and I was laughing my ass off so much when she was on screen. Another character that I really want to talk about is Ryuji's mum, Yasuko. She is a great mother character for Ryuji, but she's immature as a mum, and she acts like a school kid. But as the anime progresses, she becomes more mature, and she goes through some development of herself. And I really like her character. I like a bond that she develops with Tiger as well. I think that is such a sweet bond, because Tiger doesn't really have much of a family. She kind of like takes her under her wing, and yeah, it does really be a sweet thing to see on screen. And the other characters I really want to talk about, the other high school students in the anime. They're all funny characters. I'm not going to name them all, but they all have their own quirks that make them likeable and entertaining to watch as characters. But yeah, all the side characters are all fantastic. They all do a great job supporting the main characters, and yeah, they are just a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm just really glad that they actually got some screen time to develop as well. Now, the story of Tora is pretty basic and simplistic. You kind of know the beats and bumps and how the story is going to wrap up, but that doesn't stop the anime from being entertaining, engaging, funny, heartbreaking, heartwarming, and a lot of fun to see. Especially when it comes to the character arcs in the anime. I really like the character arcs of Minori, Army, and Yusaku. All their arcs get resolved, but my favourite one is Minori's arc. I like how she comes to terms with her turmoils, and she learns to cope with that, and that was just a fun thing for me to see, and I enjoyed that. Another arc that I really like as well was Army's arc, how she has to learn to become her true self and not act childish to her friends. She has to learn to become more her true nature, which is the bitchy nature we said. And it's quite early on that happens when she's getting a stalker, and she deals with the stalker because she's a model. And I think that was fantastic. I enjoyed that part of the anime, guys. And Yusaku's arc, where he is coming to terms with his responsibilities, heartbreak, turmoil. It's just a lot of fun for me to see these arcs, guys. Yeah, as I say, the story is fantastic and one that I really loved. I mean, I really enjoyed it. And now I want to talk a little bit about the technical aspects of the anime, the animation and the sound. The animation for the anime is fantastic. It's really good, especially for an older anime. I mean, it can be described as bright in places, dark in places, and there's times in the anime where the anime budget is fantastic for some key moments in the anime. Especially when it comes to Tiger throwing tables around. The animation there is brilliant, and it's just gorgeous animation throughout the entire series, guys. As I'm going to say, the sound is fantastic. Really love the sound design. I like the opening songs for the anime, particularly the first opening, pre-parade. I like the anime opening there. I do like the second one, Silky Heart, I think it's called. I do like both the openings, but I prefer the first one. The second one was good as well. The ending songs as well were great, poppy, catchy, and I like them as well. The last thing that I want to talk about is the English dub for the anime. I've watched the anime only in English dub. I haven't watched it in sub, but my god, the dub for the anime is amazing, spot on point. The characters are voiced by these actors, and they play the voice roles so well. They bring so much life, emotional depth, and variance, say, to the characters. They bring these characters to life, and I was just like, it felt like the characters was real because of the performances the voice actors was going, especially Cassandra Lee Morris, who voices Tiger. She was fantastic for the role. Yeah, and is it Eric Kimura who did Ryuji? He was fantastic as well. And yeah, all of the voice actors did a fantastic job for this series, guys. And you know, praise. And yeah, I just love the English dub, and it's just fantastic to see. So you guys must be thinking that I had no problems with Toradora whatsoever, right? Wrong, guys. I do have a couple of problems with Toradora, and the first and biggest problem I had with the anime was the tone shifts in the anime. The first half of the anime we had a good balance of comedy and drama, but in the last half of the anime I found that the drama overpowered the comedy, and it was really distressing to see, because especially in the first half when we had the first balance of comedy and drama, I would have loved to see comedy and drama balanced equally in the second half, but sadly we didn't get that. We just got more drama than comedy. And the second problem I have with the anime is to deal with Tiger's parents. We barely see them in the anime, guys. We see them briefly. We see Tiger's mum one time in the anime, and she's only in it for a few scenes. She's not in the anime as much as I would have loved to have seen her. And the same can be said with Tiger's father. He's only in the anime for 2, maybe 3 episodes later on the anime, and we don't get much of an understanding of her parents. I mean, we do get some inclination who they are through Tiger and how she explains it, but I would have loved to have seen more of them on screen. I would have loved to have known more about them, which was a damn shame, because I think they would have made a fantastic contribution to the anime if they was in the anime more, because it's through her parents that we learn that Tiger is the way that she is. But even though with all the problems that Toradora has, it is a fantastic anime with great story, great characters, great animation, great sound, and a lot of great qualities to the anime, and that is why I'm going to give the anime a 9 out of 10. It is a fantastic series, guys, and I really enjoyed this one. So if you're a fan of romantic comedy animes or romance animes in general, I would say give this one a watch. But guys, if you've seen the anime, I would love to know what you thought about this. Or did you really like the characters? Did you really like the story as much as I did? Or did you find it boring, depressing, crap, couldn't get into it? And do let me know in the comment section below, who is your favourite character in Toradora? My character is, of course, Tiger. I just adore Tiger. But guys, that is going to wrap it up for the video for today. I do hope you've enjoyed this one. And for those of you who stuck around to the end, thank you. I do appreciate it. And let me know what day of the week you're watching this video, if you did stick around to the end of the video. Guys, I'm Avi, my name is Lee from the Anime Zone, and I will see you guys all on Monday with a new video, and it's going to be a new top 10 list for you guys. It's going to be a little bit similar to the one I've done, but it's going to be somewhat different. I'm not going to spoil it, guys, you'll have to wait, but that is coming your way on Monday, and I will see you guys all then. Until that video comes, hit that subscribe button below and like this video if you really enjoyed it. Until then, guys, peace, YouTube.
I've been hanging with the gang. It's a fairy tale if you thought you in our lane. We don't mess with fakes, some my homies keep it real. You ain't on our level, so stop messing with the ill. Yeah, they call me Makarov, the homie, I'm big.